A live look there at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Miami Dolphins. To kick off, here's Riley Patterson. And here we go from Miami. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. Got a man. It's Drake London. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. On the play fake, it's Cousins. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
So a dime look defensively from the Dolphins here on this 3rd down. Third and long for him here. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds too. Great work. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. We heard he's forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Staying with Robinson. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down, but instead the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
They sneak it with Cousins. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35. There's the fake. Cousins to throw. Throw left side, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Now they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Cousins. He's going for it himself. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And he's going to set him up all the way down at that 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Here's Robinson. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish up an excellent opening series. Drake London with the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Eskridge to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
Going play action, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating offense now behind the chains, that's exactly how you're looking to start.
This is complete to Waller. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Tagovailoa facing third and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're staring at a fourth down now after that sack.
A loss of 7.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Another carry for Robinson. And he takes it down to the 33. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Forced out to his right. And this one does not go far.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Robinson on the inside give. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Design bootleg here. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. Seventh play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And this one is center shades. Couldn't have hit that much better.
2 drives and both of them ending in points. You don't even mind you only got a field goal there, Kate. They got to be ecstatic, exactly the way they wanted to start this one.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Eskridge on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
It's a design boot. Gets this one to Waller. And he's tackled for a short gain.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Waddle now in motion right. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
We've set it downs from 37. Tua off the play fake. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
And first carry now. This is Ollie Gordon. He's still going at the 30. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. He picks up 15 on the play. And that is a Dolphins 1st down.
It's pretty obvious this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Waddle now in motion right. At the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that 1st down run.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. It's an early advantage for the Falcons. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. And he's not quite that fast. Led him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Waddle makes the catch. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Gordon. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Complete right side to Washington. And he's out of bounds, but this one's not going to stay there. That flag is going to give him half the distance to the goal on top of it. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside. You know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Another for Achane. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. The makings of a goal line stand here. No gain on the run, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, Kate, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins start to fight back for their first points of this game. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here. Running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Kate. And some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Agnew on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. We've set it downs for him from the 31. Here's Robinson to start the drive. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's a Falcon first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
To the air, Cousins. Throwing the out route complete. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on a great shoot for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. To the air on 3rd and long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it off into the red zone. And this is going to be a pick 6. He is in for the Miami touchdown. Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dolphins take a 4-point lead.
Dolphins 14, Falcons 10.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Here's Carter on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
25-yard line.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Cousins now off the play fake. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Tagovailoa. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Might be time to reach into the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. Tagovailoa. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
The tight end going in motion right. From the gun on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
Now it's Cousins. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Cousins. Finds London on the slant. And he gets it up to the 35, but this is short. Third down coming up.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Dolphins bring out a fifth defensive back on third. Gets this one to London. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a second quarter lead. Drake London with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, Brock, it speaks to the constant threats that these slant routes pose that we aren't all too surprised when one of them breaks for something much bigger than its design, right? And it ends just like it did in a touchdown.
Yeah, Kate, that's exactly right. And the great quarterback coaches, they demand of their QBs to put it right on the money. Because when you hit that exact spot, when you don't slow your receiver down and he can catch and run, especially with the elite athletes at that position in this league, big plays follow.
Eskridge on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stopped. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Tagovailoa off the play fake. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up second down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
They go play action with Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it third down.
Kate, you can give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player on that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit. Because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down. Tua out of the pistol. Ooh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Jake Bailey on the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is first and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the first half. But hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here he goes, third and long. He's got it deep downfield. And he is down to the 30-yard line. They'll get an even 40 out of that one. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
To the right side and reeled in by London. And they won't manage a ton. This gets to about the 26. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop.
Second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They send him over right. On the play fake, it's Cousins. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag. Cousins throwing again. Another one here to London. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks calling the preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. 3rd and long for him here. He's making a bid for it. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. 1 for 1 so far. This is from 40. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Eskridge on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. This, the snap that's going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. First down, here's Tua. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. The Miami offense headed out there now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Falcons bringing out an extra defensive back for 3rd down. Running with Achane here out of the gun. They're going to get him again. A couple of stops now, Brock, they've made behind the line. They're going to force 4th down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. On again comes Jake Bailey to punt this away. Back deep for the Falcons, Jamal Agnew. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he's quickly taken down with a gain across midfield. They're now to the opposing 47. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that's a Falcon first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. That throw intended for Drake London. And it sets up second down.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. It's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Now Cousins again. He has him on the quick hitter. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You trade a little bit of speed, sure. But you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This is a 48-yard look for him. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback. 19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. 1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final time out here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So after the sack, here comes 2nd and 11. Tua off the play fake. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to 3rd down.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here comes Malik Washington. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. We've set it downs for him from the 31.
At their own 31-yard line.
Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Caught by Washington, left side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
2nd down now, 7 to go. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So that brings them to 3rd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. Jake Bailey's going to kick it away. He has it at the 22. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. It's Achane on the inside give. So they only manage a yard following the penalty. We've got 2nd and 4.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the 35-yard line.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. And stick with Achane. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Brought down by Caden Ellis. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll send their tight end right. Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Finds his back, Achane. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
First down from the 42. Here's Achane from the pistol. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Slot man's in motion right. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Complete right side to Washington. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher, and I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Tagovailoa facing 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
Facing 4th down, Dolphins bringing out the field goal unit. This is going to be Riley Patterson to do the honors. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Cousins now off the play fake. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And they could really use a good one here. That's taken at the 15. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. They go play action with Tagovailoa. It's caught left side by Hill. And he drives it up to the 24. Leonard Floyd bringing that play to a close.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Design bootleg here. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
The Falcons go in nickel, 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
They'll send out the punting unit. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
On 2nd down, Robinson escapes a defender. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
1st down, Falcons.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. A toss now to Robinson. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there, 2nd down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now to give to Bijan. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Cousins. Man downfield, and he finds London. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. And with enough time, it's almost inevitable. He'll find enough space for a completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. So it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. This, 42 yards from the right hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that grows their lead to 12.
But when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback who comes to my mind first. I'll bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
Eskridge on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Complete to Nick Westbrook-Akine. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. This might be a free play for him. Finds him over the middle. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. Running it after the penalty. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Tua now from the gun. Flushed out now to his left. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the 4th. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They'll throw 3rd and long. Waddle makes the catch. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Achane, a first down carry. He gets him inside the 40. That's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And out to Gordon. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Achane up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Tagovailoa, quick throw, complete. Good reaction to the RPO. They're going to get to him behind the line.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line. 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Here's a screen for Achane. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
The kick by Patterson is good. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker. And now they've got a first inside the red zone. They'll run here following the penalty. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs. But let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Dolphins now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Here's Carter on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Cousins out of the pistol here. Complete out to the right side. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play action now for Cousins. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, That deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Drake London. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, can sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. Dolphins just about set up here, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, and the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the 1st down play.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Tight end motioning right. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Now 2 at a throw. Catch made underneath by the back. This is headed perilously close to their end zone, Brock. That tackle sends them backwards to the 4.
They steal the frequency on those opposing headsets. Somebody reading lips or steal a signal from the opposing sideline, Kate, because somehow this defense knew what was coming. They broke on that screen. It was incredible. What a stop.
From the gun on 3rd, Tagovailoa. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. Works it past the 20, and finally taken down up at the 31-yard line. They get 22 out of that play, and that is the Dolphins' 1st down.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that 2nd level.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Going to the ground again on 1st. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He's across the 35. And he takes this into enemy territory to the 48-yard line. A 28-yard pickup there. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
That's good.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Now Tagovailoa to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Prior pass, no good, so here comes second down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Here's Tua again. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. First down throw for Cousins. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins fits it through the middle. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. A pickup of 17. And that's a Falcon first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first.
8 yards.
May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Dive play straight ahead. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
It's a gain of 3. And the Falcon first down.
All set now. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cousins. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. And now it's 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Slot man motioned over. Cousins now off the play fake. Mooney downfield, and he has it. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final time out here. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
At the 24-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Cousins. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Needing 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down and 1.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. Back to throw. Gets this one to London. And he's out of bounds, so that clock is going to stop, Brock, but it's not going to matter. They've got the 1st down. This game is over.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, sit on the bench to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports.